Well, hello, YouTube. Welcome back to the BBQ Trucker. On this episode, I'm going to talk about a few things that it's going to be kind of a rant, but it's going to be something that you really need to pay attention to, I think, because I'm going to talk about distracted driving and drowsy driving. Things you should not do, in my opinion. Coming up on the BBQ Trucker. Well, hello, YouTubians. Welcome back to the BBQ Trucker. Oh, look at here. What do y'all think about this? Huh? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I got a 60% or 50% deal off with Vistaprint. And let's see. Gonna be kind of hard to see it because of the light. Yeah, got some ink pens, and some shirts. Maybe some. Shouldn't give this away, but maybe you never know. Some people may get some Christmas gifts. Plus, I got to get some items for a giveaway when I hit 50 subscribers. If I ever hit 50 subscribers, I'm gonna have a giveaway. I'll do a random pick of the subscribers, and we'll do a little giveaway. I thought my new glasses were going to have the anti-glare, but it looks like the computer screen's glaring pretty good back on it. But hey, I did get my new glasses. America's Best, man, they treated me right. I really like, these are the progressive instead of the line ones, and she told me the line ones were too tall and everything. So I really like them. I'm comfortable with them. Gave me another pair. Did the progressive at no extra charge from what I paid, for my first glasses and whatnot. So I'm very, very happy about that. I mean, I ain't lying to you. I'm very happy. Make the old barbecue trucker a happy guy when you treat him right. Yep, got my Skittles. Been doing. Yeah, I'm still smoking cigarettes. Doctor gave me some Chantix. I'm scared of that stuff for one thing. For another thing, I ain't quite ready to quit smoking cigarettes. I'm getting closer to it. I know I'm going to have to or need to, but golly, with all the changes I got coming up, don't you think I should wait till after that, or is that just an excuse? Should I wait till after that? And then when I get comfortable in my new job and all, then I can comfortably quit. Y'all know what that is, Starbucks. Hazelnut creamer. But anyway, one thing I did want to talk about today, besides bragging about my new attire and all, is distracted and drowsy driving. Now, distracted driving, as y'all can tell, pisses me off, especially the texting part. If you can't wait to send that message and you risk somebody's life, including your own, for a text message or for a phone call, my gosh, come on, man, think about it. I wish the fines were tens of thousands of dollars when you get caught. I wish there was a way they could disable your phone except for emergency 911 calls while your vehicle is in drive, or some way to do it. There's got to be with the technology we got. Know of a guy in the hometown I grew up that was on a motorcycle. He was going to make a left turn into the Sonic, and some girl coming up the hill, texting, didn't even hit her brakes. Hit him at 30 plus miles an hour. Bam! He's a quadriplegic now. He lived. He's a quadriplegic because she couldn't wait to send that text message. Come on, man. And I'll tell you what, most, if not all companies, if they catch you using the phone without a hands-free device, whether it's texting or talking or whatnot, you're terminated. And from what I've heard the fines can be up to $10,000 if DOT or the police catch you. Don't quote me on that because I don't know. That's just what I've heard. Hopefully that's true. I'd make it more. And you should be fired. You're out there driving an 80,000-pound vehicle, possibly, if you're fully loaded, but a big vehicle that can do a lot of, excuse me, here goes the hiccups, and I guess I'm going to go ahead, before it even happens, I'll just go ahead and scratch because I know it'll happen. You're driving a big rig like that, and you've got people's lives in your hand, including your own. And believe it or not, even though sometimes I don't know why, but somebody wants you to come home. This distracted driving. Making videos while driving. Okay. If you've got a dash cam and you're driving along, hands free and just talking as you're driving along, I really see no problem with that whatsoever. None whatsoever. But if you're sitting there like holding and videoing yourself and having to put your attention to the video rather than to your driving, then that's distracted driving just as bad as texting or whatever. There's a guy I watch all the time, a guy from Texas. I like watching his videos. Sometimes I kind of fast forward him along because he'll have long stretches of him driving. But like when he's driving through town or driving to his shippers and receivers, and he has the dash cam on or camera on his hat, and he's just driving along talking. He's not distracted in any way by the video. He's just driving along and talking. And I'll tell you what, a lot of drivers probably talk to themselves or talk to their, he's got a couple of dogs, or talk to their dogs or whatever, because when you're in the truck by yourself for so long, I mean, yeah, I can't say I didn't talk to myself. More or less when I'd get mad, like if I got lost or something, I'd chew myself out. Or damn it. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. I missed that turn. Now what am I going to do? But anyway, distracted driving. I don't feel that's distracted driving. Go check out Trucker Jukebox. If you want to see yesterday, on his video yesterday, today's the 22nd, Friday. The video, I believe it was yesterday on Thursday the 21st. He put up, he had to back into a place. Oh, I can't remember where it was at. Up north somewhere, of course. Oh, it was in Maryland. But he had to back into a place. And the bad thing about it is it was his second stop. It didn't look like he had but maybe 4 or 6 pallets. But it doesn't matter whether you've got one pallet or you got a whole trailer load. He had to back off of an active street into a gate and then kind of zigzag it back into a dock. I would have hated that with a passion. As many times as I've backed, I always hate backing off a live street for one thing, but if you ever have to do that, don't worry about the cars and vehicles that are having to wait for you. You take your time and you don't hit nothing. You be safe. If they're in too big of a hurry, they can U-turn and go another damn route. In other words, that's right, piss on them. I said it. But anyway, so like I say, on the distracted driving, don't be doing it. I mean, come on. No phone calls, no texting. I mean, the phone calls while with a hands-free device, yeah, that's fine, I reckon. Don't be videoing yourself, holding the camera or phone out and talking and driving. I've seen some drivers do that, and then it's just distracted. Just don't. You got to pay attention to what you're doing at all times, because that's number one part of your professionalism as a professional driver. Are we all professional drivers out here? Unfortunately, no, but the majority of us are. So please, stay professional. Don't be doing any distracted driving. And drowsy driving. That's part 2 of this. Drowsy driving. I am still trying to figure out the new law. It may not be new to a lot of y'all, but it's new since I've driven last. The new law about the 8-2 sleeper berth. I know back when I used to drive over the road, it's been 10 years ago, but They didn't have that. They didn't have a 34-hour restart. You worked off your recaps every day. The truckers will know what I'm talking about. Working off recaps is when you get to the 8th day, you get back the hours you worked that day, and you keep going. And you could only do 70 in an 8-day period. And there was no restart. I mean, the only way to restart those hours was to stay off for 7 days or 8 days, whatever it was. But you could also split your sleeper berth as long as it was a minimum, I believe, of 2 hours. You could split the sleeper berth as far, because what you had to have a 8-hour break. You could drive back then. You could drive for 10 hours or drive and work for 10 hours. When you started your clock in the morning, like today, let's say you start your clock in the morning, which in the morning can be at night or can be at any time of the day. But let's say when you start your clock, now you've got a 14-hour clock. And the 14 hours, you've got 11 hours of drive time. Now, you can work up 20 hours, I guess, if you want, but you just can't drive after you've been on duty for 14 hours or after you've driven for 11. But here's what the deal is. Back when I drove before, like you drive, let's say you get up and you've got a 30-minute drive to the shipper or to pick up your load. So you'll get up and do your pre-trip inspection, and always showed 15 minutes for that. It didn't quite take 15 minutes. Sometimes it took close to it if you take your time and do it right. But you flag it for 15 minutes on your logbook. All paper logs. It wasn't electronic logs back then. And you'd flag it for 15 minutes. Then you'd go down to driving, and you'd drive to your shipper, let's say. So you get to your shipper, and then when you got to your shipper, you went off duty. Nowadays, you got to go on duty, not driving. Even if you do go off duty, it doesn't matter. It's not going to stop that clock, that 14-hour clock. Back then, if you went to off duty or to sleeper berth, it stopped your 10-hour clock. And because your 10-hour clock was driving, you didn't have like a extra window for working time like you do now, 3 hours, because you could work as much as you wanted. And I don't know. I've heard that if you're getting paid for it, you got to log it as on duty, not driving. Now that would count against your drive time in the 10-hour or in the one today. But we always logged it at the shipper. I don't care how long you was there. You log that off duty. And so let's say it took me 30 minutes. Now I've got 45 minutes done because I had my 15-minute pre-trip. And then you go off duty. Then when you get loaded and get your paperwork, and all that, show 15 minutes for loading time, shutting the doors and all that. Sometimes if it wasn't very far, if it was less than 30 minutes, I would do my pre-trip and my loading at the same time on there to save that 30 minutes or save 15 minutes. And you didn't have to take a break. Now you've got to take a 30-minute break, which counts against your time, your 14-hour clock nowadays, before you've done 8 hours. Back then you didn't have to. But also then you could drive. Let's say you drive for 2 or 3 hours and you get sleepy. Here we go back to the drowsy driving. You could pull over, go into the sleeper for 1-2 hours, and it stopped your clock. Now it don't. Now I don't know how the 2-8 or the 8-2, I can't understand how it works. It's one of the things that I'm looking forward to learning, but something about it, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to explain it because I don't understand it exactly. But you could drive, and I think that they ought to at least be able to stop your clock if you go to the sleeper. As long as you're in there a minimum of 2 hours, and it shouldn't affect anything. It should just stop your clock for the day, and then your clock resumes when you get back up. Because now it's forcing drivers to, if they're drowsy, to keep driving, because even if they stop and go off duty or go to the sleeper berth, it's still counting against their 14 hours. I don't understand that. That's ridiculous. I mean, if you're driving and you get sleepy, I don't care what the law is or whatever. If you're driving and you get sleepy, go pull over and go into the sleeper and take you a couple hour nap. Because I'm going to tell you something. Coffee, as good as it is, energy drinks, oh yeah, they'll probably help you stay awake, but they're not good for you. Trust someone who's lost a kidney. They're not good for you. I used to do them all the time when I was driving before. I think it's part of the reason why I lost my kidney, my left kidney. And that's serious, man. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Because now if something happens to my other kidney, I'm screwed. I only got one. But anyway, there's nothing that will replace sleep. Period. And I used to push myself back in the day, and I'm not proud of it. I'll tell you about one incident, and this is no lie. I was trying to get to this one truck stop. I knew there was a good truck stop. It was at night, middle of the night, so parking's always a problem. But this one had a huge parking lot, so I knew there'd be parking. Had a good showers, good restroom. I wanted to get there. I was tired. I was really tired. I'd stop and get out and walk around the truck, get back in, 15, 20 minutes, I'm tired. Well, I said, I know, this truck stop's only, I remember thinking, this truck stop's only 30 more miles. I'll be able to make it. So I headed off. I'm driving. I'm tired as hell. Shouldn't have been doing it. I was in the wrong. When I more or less woke up and realized it, I was 30 miles past the truck stop. Yes, I've been asleep driving. I guess, because I don't even remember going by it. Scared the hell out of me. That's when I decided, nope, no more of that. If I'm tired, I'm going to find some place to get me a nap. So that's my point about drowsy driving. If you're tired, take a nap. Don't be out there. Nowadays, the trucks have fancy little things. I don't know if all of them have them, but I know a lot of companies have them, at least as an option on their truck. You know the rumble strips go brrr when your tire goes on it. Well, now they got cameras, and if you veer out of your lane without your blinker on, the speaker in your stereo brrr or brrr, that can help. If that thing's going off, you need a nap. So please. And listen, if you have sleep apnea, that's between you and your doctor. It's not between you and your company, even though a lot of companies now are making it between you and your company. That's between you and your doctor. Get it fixed. I'll just go ahead and admit it. I have a CPAP machine. I have sleep apnea to a certain extent, but I'm fixing to go to a specialist. I may have to have surgery to open up my airway, but that's another topic. But anyway, I've been using it. I hate it. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm starting to get used to it, and I'm wearing it, and I'm gonna keep on. And so, yeah, I'll take it with me to training. I'll take it with me on the trainer truck. If that's the way it's gonna be, then I would rather go through some of the misery of having that mask on and sleeping, looking like I'm fixing to go into aerial combat. I'd rather have that than to be driving down the road, because that's scary. That's scary. That's why I do like the new laws about you can't put yourself, the companies can't make you drive too much anyway. So anyway, I'm going to get off this video. Done enough ranting and raving. Please, 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 if you feel you've got a sleep apnea problem, get it checked out. If your neck is 17 inches, mine's not. Mine's like, well, it was 16 inches. I've gained a few pounds. It may have gone to 17 inches, but it's 16 inches. And, so that doesn't matter. I've seen skinny people. I've seen big people that have it. Your doctor will know. Talk to your doctor. If you even suspect you got it, even if you don't, go find out. If for some reason you're being sleepy during the day, you probably got it. If you're snoring, you got it. Get it checked out, and that way we can be safer out there on the road. And that's the number one thing. We're professionals. We want to be safe. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. In case I don't make a video before then, it's just a little bit less, a day less than a week away. Happy Thanksgiving to all. And keep that shiny side up, that rubber side down. never forget, thank your law enforcement, thank your military for what they do, because of what they do allows us to do what we do. And we wouldn't be able to without them. If you see a vehicle or emergency vehicle or tow truck or anything on the side of the road, please move over. Safety. I'm going to say this on the end of every video, so if y'all don't like it, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to hear it at the end of each video. Please move over for them. Please. Okay. This is the BBQ Trucker saying, God bless y'all and God bless America. Yay!